Um,
How
how
many
many
are
are
we
we
expecting?
expecting? I didn't see
How many
how many
registered,
registered,
or is it
or
just
is it
us?
just us?
I'm trying to
I'm
looking at
trying to
my
look into my
calendar.
calendar. Um,
That must
that
be a
must be a
spam.
spam.
Man, these
Man, these
spams are.
spams are getting tricky.
It says
It says
Zoom link
Zoom link
for our
for our
call,
call,
and I don't
and
have
I
a
don't have a
Zoom
Zoom
call
call
with this
with this
person.
person.
It's very
It's very
strange.
strange.
Um,
Um,
okay, we're
okay,
gonna
we're
ignore
gonna
that
ignore
then.
that then.
And
And
it's
it's Jaina.
Jaina.
Jaina?
Sorry, a train was going by.
No
It's
worries.
Janaea.
Janaea.
Janaea. Okay, hi,
Janaea.
Janaea.
Nice to
Hello.
meet
Nice to meet
you.
Hello.
My name is
My name is
Tori.
Tori.
I
I
Hi,
am
am
Tori.
I
I
am
am
a
a
founder. I'm
founder.
just gonna
I'm
put
just
it
gonna
that
put it
way.
that way.
Who knows
Who
what I'll
knows what I'll
be
be
in,
in,
2 months from
2 months
now.
from now.
But I'm a
But I'm a
founder.
founder,
And I
and
consider
I consider
myself the
myself
group
the group
CEO as of
CEO
right
as of
now.
right now.
The
The
reason that
reason
I
that I
have this
have
title
this
is
title is
because
because
I
I
expect other
expect other
CEOs
CEOs
to take
to take
on
on
the other
the
lines
other
of
lines of
businesses
businesses
as I
as I
oversee
oversee
the
the
enterprise
enterprise
group.
group.
So
So
my
my
role
role
in this
in this
company
company
is
is
to
to
make sure
make
that
sure
we
that we
are
are
consistently
consistently
moving
moving
forward towards
forward
our
towards our
mission, and that
mission. And that
mission
mission
still
still
is being
is being
defined as
defined
we go
as we go
along.
along.
It's getting
It's
more
getting more
clearer as
clearer
we
as we
move
move
forward,
forward,
but we
but
move
we move
forward with the
forward with the
philosophy of
philosophy
do no
of do no
harm
harm
and
and
reduce
reduce
any
any
negative
negative
impact to the
impact to the
planet,
planet,
right?
right?
So that
So
would
that
be
would be
working with any
working with any
clients we
clients we
have,
have,
working with
working with
entrepreneurs and
entrepreneurs and
startups
startups
and other
and other
business
business
owners
owners
looking
looking
for our
for our
infrastructure
infrastructure
to
to
substitute
substitute
their
their
lack of
lack of
infrastructure
infrastructure while they
scale,
scale,
right?
right?
So
So
we are
we are
helping
helping
business.
business.
We
We
are
are a
solution driven
solution-driven
business,
business,
but we
but
are a
we are a
network of
network of
professionals
professionals
all on the
all on
same
the
level,
same level,
trying to
trying to
accomplish the
accomplish
same
the
thing,
same thing,
right?
right?
How we
How we
go
go
about
about
doing
doing
that
that
is
is
through
through
data driven
data-driven
initiatives.
initiatives.
We do
We do
not just
not just blindly
blindly
create
create initiatives
initiatives
and
and
go out
go
and
out
do.
and do.
There's data
There's data
behind
behind
everything that has
everything that has
come to
come to being
today
today
and
and
everything that
everything
is
that
moving
is moving
forward. So
forward.
data
So data
science is a
science is a
critical
critical
aspect of
aspect of
the
the
company.
company.
The
The
platform that
platform
we will
that we will
be
be
building
building
and the
and the
warehouses that
warehouses
will
that will
contain
contain
insights
insights
and data
and
that
data
we
that we
collect
collect
will
will
all
all
be
be
driven
driven
by
by
the data
the data
science
science
team.
team.
You're the
You're the
backbone, or
backbone,
that
or
would be
that
the
would be the
backbone of the
backbone of
entire
the entire
company, right?
company,
Is
right?
data
Is data
science.
science.
We don't
We
do
don't do
anything
anything
without data,
without data,
right? We
right?
can't.
We
It's a
can't,
form
it's
of
a form of
currency,
currency,
but it's
but it's
also a
also
form
a
of
form of
insights and
insights and
information.
information.
I'm very
I'm very
passionate about
passionate
data,
about data,
how we
how we
structure
structure
it,
it, how
use
we
it,
use it,
and to
and
make
to
sure
make
that
sure
it's
that it's
used for
used for
good
good
and not
and not
for
for
harm,
harm,
right?
right?
So that
So
being
that being
said,
said,
the
the
company
company
really
really
is
is
has many
has many
verticals.
verticals.
I'll try to
I'll
go
try
over
to go
them
over
with
them
you,
with you,
but I'm going to
but I'm going to
use an
use an
example of what the
example of what
site
the
should
site
look
should
like
look like
when you go
when you
to
go
it,
to
and it
it, and
doesn't
it
look like
doesn't look
that
like that
array.
array.
And so I'm
And
getting
so I'm
all
getting
these
all these
questions.
questions.
What is
What
this?
is this? Obviously, you've met
Rakarma.
Rakarma.
He
He
is
is
the
the
global
global
director of
director
data
of data
science.
science.
So
So
any data
any data
science
science
then
then lead or
division
division
would
would
actually be
actually be
reporting to
reporting to
him and
him
then
and
him
then
to
him
me.
to me.
But I will
But
be
I will be
working
working
closely with
closely with
everyone.
everyone.
I'm
I'm
very
very
I believe
I
in
believe in
relationship
relationship
building,
building,
and making
and making
sure
sure
that the
that
entire
the entire
team is
team is
happy,
happy,
and that
and that
you're getting
you're
what you
getting what you
need.
need.
Even
Even
our
our
benefits are
benefits are
custom fit
custom fit
to what it
to
is
whatever it
that you
is that
need,
you need,
because not
because
all
not all
benefits are
benefits are
beneficial
beneficial
for the
for the
employee. So they
employee. So
should
they
be
should be
customized to
customized
your
to your
needs.
needs.
And so
And
these are
so these are
philosophies that we
philosophies that
work
we
off
work
of.
off of. And
And
then I'm going to demonstrate
our
our
services,
services
because that
because
keeps
that
me in
keeps me in
line
line
with
with
this
this
keeps me
keeps
on
me on
track, so
track
I don't
so I don't
deviate, because
deviate
there are
because
so
there's
many
so many
things
things.
so
There's
many
so
things
many things
that we are
that we
working
are working
on, but we're
on,
going
but
to
we're going to
build a
build a
roadmap
roadmap
as far as
as far as
execution of
execution
those
of those
things.
things.
So right
So right
now,
now,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
share my
share my
if you
screen if
don't
you don't
mind,
mind,
and
and
then
then
we'll
we'll
walk
walk
through
through
kind of
kind of
what
what
we
we
foresee
foresee
our
our
platform, or
platform or
our
our
face of
face
our
of our
organization looking
organization
like.
looking like. And then
I'll open
I'll
up the
open up the
door for room
door
for
for room for
questions if you
questions
have
if you have any. It is quite a bit. So we're gonna get through as much as we can today. I thought I had a 1 o'clock, but I guess I was wrong. I guess that's a good thing. So let me go into the site right now. I can pull it up. It just keeps taking me back to the dashboard. Okay. So we hired a developer to do this site for us, and they just didn't listen. I don't know if you've ever worked with developers before, but sometimes that is a common problem where they just don't listen. Have you ever worked with developers before?
I know a lot of developers, but I've never needed to rely on one. So,
Yeah.
so I haven't been in that position.
Oh, it is terrible. They do terrible things. It's unfortunate, but we're making it work with what we got. So, just give me a moment here. I wanted to change something to make it make sense. And then, oh man, that's not it. There we go. So I'm not a website designer, but I took a chance and was like, I don't have time to wait for a developer anymore. So I'm just going to do it myself. Maybe that wasn't the best idea, but if we were going to market, we got to go to market and go to market with some consistency. So that's where my head has been since the project started, is that we don't have to be perfect, right? We just have to have something that's viable and workable. So I'm going to share my screen here momentarily. I'm just needing to save that part and then show you what we have come up with, and you can share your thoughts as you see fit. Let me shrink this a little bit. No, shrink it. Shrink. Come on, Firefox. Okay, let's just move that to the side. All right, and then I'm going to share. All right, so here we have the website that should more align with like what we do, right? So we're a global partnership of solutions, a network of innovators. We turn liabilities and we provide a custom set of services for startups and other businesses, right? So we offer evaluations of your current state. So any business, whether it be a startup or an existing business, we handle staffing. So we literally can staff up a company through our partnerships. We handle consulting, implementation, legal, compliance, management, mental health also, because that's important. Education, administration, audits is going to be a big thing, especially for the data science team. There will be a whole audit team just for data science. That is a extremely important area of the business. That way we are doing things with integrity is to audit everyone, even me. I will be audited by an external group. Digital transformation, app development, strategic insights, global strategies, business continuity planning, insurance, risk assessments, and system development and cloud services. That's a gauntlet of things, right? So I tried to put it all in there. And so what we will be essentially is what already exists, right? But we're bringing them together so people aren't looking for what's the best options for me, right? When I came into the startup space, I was like, well, who can develop an app? Like I didn't know who to go to, but I knew I didn't want to go to an accelerator program because that defeats the purpose. They take your money and you're now short because now you're paying somebody to teach you how to build a pitch deck. I can teach you how to build a pitch deck by assigning it to somebody and saying, here's their idea, sign an IP agreement, sign an NDA, and build a pitch deck based on your creativity and the words that they provide you. Spit to them, let them edit it, and then voila, you got a pitch deck. It's not that complicated. And it shouldn't be all this thing of you spending 12 weeks working with an accelerator to try to build a pitch deck. We're trying to cut a lot of the noise down that is out there, right? And it's a lot of noise, right? And this globe is a symbolization of our partnership and network. Because we have so many and they're growing in number, we will have a set of trusted partners. We will have a set of affiliate partners. Trusted partners are the ones who are providing services to us at no cost. They are literally helping us out. They will also be, we will pipeline business to them based on their trustworthiness, right? They're an established entity like Google, Remote, Trulio. These are like background screening services. There's a couple other ones. HubSpot is now joining the club, and so startups. I didn't tell you this, Barkarma, but startups.com is now going to be helping us with the education piece. They already have a library of content, and so we want our users to be educated on what it is that they're doing, and they should be able to just go straight to a clip to explain how whatever is done and what you should be thinking about when you're working on things. Compliance, our legal will manage compliance. Legal, we just hired today, by the way, Barkarma, we do have a legal counsel in-house now. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm very decisive too on hiring, so you should know that. When I read energy for what it is, and I trust my gut, right? And so my gut is generally on point. Sometimes it's wrong, but that's why I use my team to validate and make sure before we actually hire somebody that they've also validated and check them out too. So that's just to make sure my gut is right. All right. So you can book a consultation generally, and so these will be lead generation things. There's subscription plans. They can be taken to when this button actually works. When these two buttons work, we're just going to go live, right? We're just going to go live, and we're going to make it work. Because we're trying to scale, we'd rather people book a consultation than look through our services, trying to figure out what it is that we do right now. Become a better team together. Everything is about working in tandem. We are a network, a united network of network professionals. So again, everything is driven by data. We will have data on people. We will have data on our users. We will have data on our clients. We will have data. We have so many sources of data because we have so many applications that are in development as of right now. So this says we at Shareable Solutions, we lift while we climb. Do you understand that concept? We lift while we climb. It's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I was looking on your LinkedIn last night, and I think that's the last thing you posted was an article about educating in the workspace.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's right in line with all of that. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I definitely am true to the core of my mission, and that's to lift while we climb. There's no reason we should be coming up in the world without bringing others with us. And so those others could be the startups that are now more successful because of our infrastructure. It could be our partners who are more successful because of their brand and their trustworthiness. It could be anyone in the business who's now moving up the pipeline in leadership because they've accomplished great things and without needing to be asked. We don't do job descriptions here. I'm letting you know right now, we just don't do it. So if you ask for one, I won't give you one. It's just because I don't want to define your ability to flourish in your role. Why are you laughing?
Well, it's just I'm laughing because I had to do a very deep dive to research what this was, and I was still very confused. But then after reading your LinkedIn profile, your post, and then
so you went to the
else,
website and got confused.
Yes, I went to the website. That's really, I was like, okay, what is happening here?
That's the developer right there.
And listening to you talk now with everything else that I had researched, I'm like, it's all just fitting, and that's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, because I talk to a lot of people every day, and they're like, what is it do you do? And I'm like, let me try to break this down for you. We are a solution organization, right? So all of our data scientists will be helping us drive solutions based on the research they do, right? We are not about doing data science for the sake of data science, right? What we do should drive a solution, one, to impact our planet positively, to impact the lives of others positively, to protect people, to create opportunity, and to go where we are superheroes, right? This company will be a set of superheroes out to do business different than our predecessors. That is bottom line. That is our core main mission, and we cannot lose focus of that. We cannot be profit first. I'm sorry. I think that's a great idea. for business. Let the finance people be profit first. We are focused on solutions. That is our job. We can make sure that finance is making sure that we're doing our job to keep revenue going, but we are focused on delivering world-class solutions, leveraging technology, big data analytics, partnerships, and countless resources to start your business. I mean, we will start you from the ground up. If you haven't gotten there, we'll help you with ideation. We got consultants galore. We got people who will help you with your financials. Anyone that we have in our repository is there to assist. And they're there to assist for a good cause, not for profit, but for a cause. And so because we are mission driven, that is going to change the way in which we do business. And I think it'll drive our success. So this is just a mock-up. I had to recreate the entire site myself. So this is what you haven't seen. So simple and approachable workflow. We focus on delivering impactful solutions that improve the success of startups and business owners who need strategic approach in a post-pandemic world fueled and oversaturated, I can't say enough, with technological advancements. People don't know what to do because there's too much, right? Now there's just too much to choose from and what to do when their pricing models are so different. They're custom solutions that we will derive for them to say, no, this is who you should go with based on your strategy and go to market. That is really what we do, right? It's not just saying, no, go with this person because they provide us free service. That's not it. It's what's right for that business. And so we have to do what's right at all times. When you don't know what else to do it the next right thing. And that's how we should lead in business. We are here to help make sense of the noise and provide clear direction based on business needs. I hope this is all now becoming very much clearer as we go along, right? We focus on a couple of different areas: developing tech, providing infrastructure, and doing data analytics. So this stuff is not done yet. I'm literally trying to rebuild a site that the guy should have done a long time ago. I'm not a website developer, but I know how to at least get content out there that explains the model that I've been trying to get him to build for 2 months straight. And I'm doing it in less than a day and a half. So that just goes to show, like, you can do this. It's just you're trying to penny pinch. $10,000. You want it for a retainer. Come on now. Anyways, robust data analytics. This is you guys, right? So we do data analytics, and that is got to be designed, and it has to be really pretty, right? People love pretty dashboards. They love pretty analytics. But this is not just for external. This is for internal as well. We will need this information about safety, security, trust. If somebody is planning on investing in a property because they're in real estate, we want to be able to guide them to the safest areas and, based on market data, determine where they should make their investments. So because we work with the share economy, you're going to hear a lot about property sharing, property rentals. That's a huge area that it doesn't have a lot of support, and they're at risk for a lot of things, being kicked off platforms for stupid reasons. It's their investment properties. Why would you kick an investment out of your portfolio because they didn't follow a rule? Like, that's so silly. It's like, do what is like meant to be done and tell them what compliance risks that they're exposed to, not following the rules. It's not about controlling, it's about managing the risk. And so that's what we're going to be doing for the share economy and startups. We'll have trusted partners. This will actually list Google, Trilio, Better Business Bureau. Who else is our trusted partner? Oh my gosh, they're growing. HubSpot, Europe, and Relay. It's a lot of them now. I've been talking my butt off to a lot of people just to get people to back us in the event that somebody tried to come for our reputation, what we're doing. No, we have trusted partners, and those partners validate our ability to deliver on what we say we're going to deliver, right? So that's that in a nutshell. So it's not great, right? Somebody else is going to design the site, but this is what we got to start with for now, so people aren't confused, because it's a lot of confusion. Managing your company can be hard. It can really be hard. We make it easier. There will be a paragraph summary about strategic partnerships, blah, 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 blah. Then we go into onboarding. We deliver a personalized, seamless onboarding experience. Oh, shoot, I left out a letter. Yeah, I gotta fix that. I'm gonna go fix that later. But this is how I have to do this myself. So automating onboarding requirements, whether documentation or operational logistics, the onboarding experience is critical to your line of business. Doesn't matter if you're onboarding clients, employees, or shipment. We gotta make sure that that's done and done right. One, to do no harm and to cause no negative impact to the planet and or your employees. We take that first impression of the culture very seriously to ensure it's not just a process, but a wonderful experience, right? So it's all about the experience for most people when you're being onboarded. That's critical. That's why we need to get this site together. And so I'm doing it on my own because developers just can't be relied on. I'm just learning. They are just hustlers. So we do reports and analytics. We're gonna start off with a subsection of things before we expand to the full IT suite of services. So we'll do project management. We'll do marketing. And marketing is through our partnerships. We are not marketing people, but I'm guarantee you within our portfolio of partners, we'll get you some marketing and it'll be seamless. Google has provided us credits that we can give to our partner, our startups and our business owners who are signing up. We can create them Google emails designed just for their business. We will set up their entire infrastructure without them needing to be involved. They just get a package that they need, and then that's what we help them with. So that's join now, right? We're ready to make your team more effective. It's simple solutions, right? So IT-based solutions. This will go into what we do from an IT standpoint. So consulting services, cloud solutions, managed IT, disaster recovery, cloud, network solutions, and supporting consulting. This is what startups don't have. They can't afford it. Too expensive. So we will step in and we will provide that for them. And then there's more that will tell you about our pricing model, which is going to change, but it was just something I had to come up with something and put there. So this number needs to be vetted a little bit more because obviously Google is not charging us for a lot of things. They're not charging us for anything really, but that's great. But still, we want to make sure we're fair and them when they're successful, they know what they'll be paying for when they exit. They're still going to get discounts. We're working with the Founders Card, another trusted partner that will be providing like traveling. If you need to travel, you get discounted hotels. And trust me, I stayed at the Waldorf Astoria in Las Vegas. It's amazing. So amazing. I was like, founders need this. They need that luxury. They need to feel like, wow, I'm accomplishing things. And that simple card helped me out in the middle of, I was trapped in Las Vegas with my kid because I went to a conference to receive an award, and Hopper, whatever that stupid app is called, screwed me over, had me and my son on a different flight. He is 10. He's 10 years old. Come on. That's terrible technology. There's no way you should be putting a 10-year-old on a flight by himself. So yeah, that caused us to get trapped in Las Vegas for 3 days. The Founders Card came in handy. I was staying at the Waldorf Astoria for $57 a night. It was great, right? So that's amazing. And they have fantastic hotels. I mean that they just give to you. They have like flights and stuff. It's amazing. Startups.com is amazing. They can help with funding opportunities. So all of these things cost money, but they come with the plan. So instead of paying $600 for the Founders Card, you can get it in the Pro package. That's why it says it's the best value. Because imagine paying for Google, HubSpot, all these things, you'll be in the thousands, not just the 1,500. It will cost you thousands of dollars. Trust me. I know. So I have experienced it firsthand. So this is what we're working on, and we're going to have the benefits listed here. There's going to be our story, like why did we come into being? It's because we realized that there are predatory people in the market galvanizing on the Great Resignation and the Great Rise of the startup, right? So that's going to be an article that we'll release. Our customers, those are the individuals who have stated publicly what we have done for them. We got to do good work in order to continue to do business. Careers that will be jobs that we have. I don't like posting job descriptions I'm just really against how things have been done in the past. So I'm trying to do them differently, right? LinkedIn doesn't like the way I'm doing it. They want me to give a title. They want me to give a job description with skills that are required because their algorithm requires it. Sorry, we just won't be posting on your site anymore. We're going to go somewhere else and post there and say, please visit our site for career opportunities, since LinkedIn's algorithms can't support the new innovative ways of hiring talent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very boisterous about that, and I do not believe doing the things the way we used to do them should be still done that same way. You will be able to download our app. Our app is just going to be a set of resources you can tap into, but you will need to be a member. So a member is like someone who doesn't receive all the benefits or pricing model, because you're going to have snoopers who want to know. But if you're a member, you're paying for said services, so you'll see everything. You'll see our pricing plans, our benefits. But if you're not a member, you get to see none of this. Like none of this will be visible. You got to sign up first. That's how we generate leads, right? We got to be smart about how we even present ourselves externally. So the careers page is not quite done. But there'll be open positions, like you'll see it here. Like we're looking, HR is outsourced for the US. It's also outsourced for international. And so this video, I don't want to be of me. I want it to be of somebody who's friendly, got a nice face, and can actually sell what we're doing. And that video will be of them. And so that's what that'll be. It'll say apply here, and then they submit just the basics, right? We don't have a long-winded application process. Why? Because everything's on their resume. No parsing necessary. We read the resume, and the resume tells us if their skill sets meets it. But I don't believe you should rely totally on a piece of paper. Read them for who they are. Who are you as an individual? I want to know you as a person. So I've introduced the company to you. We also have several other verticals I can go into, but really we're a subscription-based service. You'll be able to have a wallet. So if you have anything that's in the drafts or like being created, and then your account management will be via the app. So our products will be related to more so like the products. Let me think. Products. Google, Gmail, email, like all those services that I was talking about. Those are products, right, that we will list out, and they will be here. Project management tools like Airtable to help manage your projects. We're trying to get smart sheets on the bandwagon, but they seem to be very stodgy and just want money, and we're not really about gouging people. So we're just going to try to do things differently. Zoom is also a product, and so they can sign up for a Zoom account and get a significant discount for that service. Anything where we're pipelining, and legal counsel will also kind of be a product, but not really. It's a service more so than anything. But it does go outside of our scope of what we do internally. We're not legal providers, but we have providers that do legal counsel for people. We will also have staffing. Staffing will be a thing where we hire people like a CFO, a CTO for your company, and they are proctors, right? They sit in and they act as your acting CFO until someone takes that place, or the CFO in-house is assigned to your business because you like working with that CFO. They have the right to accept a job offer. We would not deny them, but they're coming through us. So we are able to pipeline talent in the right direction for the right business. And if that CFO doesn't fit, we got a couple more CFOs that you can try out, right? But those CFOs help us out internally by supporting different startups. Does it all make sense now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
There's a lot here still, but yes, I mean, I understand where you're going with this.
And it's not all going to be rolled out at the same time, right?
I can imagine.
It'll be iterative. Like, it would be impossible.
I'm thinking, like, where are you going to start? Which is one of my questions. Like, who is your ideal, like,
candidates right now?
Customer, like, who? Yes.
We're going to go to accelerators. We're going to go, and there's actually, I can show you this now. It's not like really proprietary, but where we're going to get our first jobs from is this site. Did I spell it right? Did I leave an O out? I think I spelled it wrong. Oh, it's so weird. It's such a weird name. But we were invited to start taking on work for them. So this is where we will start first for our first clients. And we just pick out the jobs we want to do. So it's like, and they companies. And so these companies need help. We would be on this list as well, but also we're still working it out with them, like how we would be able to take on some of the roles and features that they have for growing businesses. Yes, I'll accept your cookies and then I'm going to delete them later. Search for agencies that can help you out, for clients, and then about us, and then their blogs and stuff. This is a great resource for us to start tapping into for the marketplace. So they sent me a couple of jobs that we could do, right? This job is $15K per month doing influencing marketing. If we have a set of marketing professionals, strategic brand analysts, because we're open to all talent, we can do this job simply because we have the talent to do it. Why wouldn't we take this revenue? That's silly not to. We don't have to go and search for talent. I mean, for jobs, because they're already here. That's why they invited us to do this type of work. It's so we can hit the ground running. Consulting, marketing services, web app, software development. Let's see, lead generation software. All of this stuff. This is money. This is literally almost $15K per job. We don't have to chase leads. They've already been provided. We just have to reach out to them and say, yeah, we'll take on this job. We'll take on this job. Startup support, healthcare, e-commerce. We do all of this. Why should we limit ourselves? But we will limit ourselves based on the talent we have. But based on that, like as we scale, we will be able to do more and more and more of this. And so again, that's where the data analytics comes from. How did we find out about this place? Because someone found out about us and was like, oh, well, start here. Help startups, since that's what you do. Somebody had already started a business to help startups. But they don't have the labor. They just came up with the concept. These startups need the job done. This is what their budget is. Can you fit within this budget? We put a bid in. We do the job, and we get it done. And we seamlessly. We walk away. Now we got a client. Maybe that client now sticks with us permanently, and they never have to go back to this job posting again, because we'll do all of the work that they assign. So this is just one. There's freelancer.com. We can list ourselves on these sites as providers. It's not just limiting to waiting for people to come to us. Yes, we're already getting crazy traffic, which you will find out in data science. Like the traffic for that site, even though it's wrong, it's confusing the hell out of people, but causing a lot of inquiries to come in. Like Shareable Solutions sounds like it's more than just cars. Of course, it's more than cars. It's everything. It's Shareable Solutions. So HOA is going to be a part of this. What does the HOA have to do with Shareable Solutions? Well, if you are trying to cause and reduce the impact on the planet, work with HOAs to create their community full of people who have things, instead of going out and buying that new thing, like let's say a popcorn maker. You can list it, and you can either rent it or borrow it depending on the owner's request, right? They may be willing to give it to you for free. Now to subscribe to access that, that's where the fee comes in, right? But it's a nominal fee. Just to be able to access shared resources that you don't have to pay for this stuff. Some people have boats that have sitting in their garages, just sitting there, literally just sitting there collecting dust. But if you can rent that boat from someone, you don't have to produce waste anymore. Right? This is the problem, is that everyone thinks you need to consume and buy, but no, why don't we just do what's called sharing? And we give a piece of the pie to the person who shared it, and then we go on, because we've invented the technology, we just make sure that damages and insurances is provided. That's all we do, right? We provide the insurance for any equipment that's rented. This equipment can include skateboards, skis, anything. All of those people who are currently out there and they're so far away, and people don't want to travel to go get the rental equipment, We do it for them. You have the labor to pick it up, put it in their car. So the share economy is our first target market for our services, but we will do work based on this. This is how we will generate our revenue, if that makes sense. Okay? Any questions? Before I go and overload you some more, because I have more.
I believe you do. Okay, so I do have one question, but maybe you're going to answer it. So the data analytics piece, you said it's going to be for internal as well as external, and I think in my mind I was actually thinking opposite. I was like, okay, so you plan to use, you want to provide your startups, your clients, your customers access to data for their business, as well as use data to drive decisions within the company.
The organization. Yes.
Okay.
So that there will be divisions of data science. There will be data scientists focused on different things, right? So there'll be our external startup business support data scientists. So sometimes there may be a project that comes in and they say, we need to understand our data model, our data infrastructure, our data governance. Data scientists will be able to go in and assess that scope of work, right? I am a data scientist, but I'm a human resource data scientist. I'd look at human and people workforce data, and I can analyze that because that's my area of specialty. I am not a scientific or life science data scientist. I don't do that kind of research. But if we are called to do it, we need to have those data scientists on hand to be able to consult and work with them. And so they may be working in-house, they may be working remotely. This may just be a hybrid role. It may they would travel. So we want people to travel. And so there will be corporate properties as well, owned by the company. So the company will own real estate, and that is for living. So if you need to move to a different state to do your work, you'll be able to temporarily move there and live in corporate housing that's fully furnished and cleaned by staff, right? Because that property is also available to people who do property rentals. That's the benefit of being in the program, is that you will also be able to travel the world. And I'm talking about the world, literally. Like why limit yourself to the US? Go outside and learn something, because the more well-traveled you are, the more aware you are of problems that we need to solve, making you a better value add to the company, because now you've seen things that we need to work on. So when we're thinking about the Ukraine, there's opportunities that we need to create to give these people new livelihoods that they can, one, leverage our resources and then be placed in a place where now they have a work visa. So I have to attend the conference today about H-1B1. Oh gosh, that is not, immigration stuff is not my expertise. So we're gonna find somebody for that. But until then, I have to go, because that's what we're gonna be doing. We're going to create a global citizenship program where internally, if you want to travel the globe, we're gonna give you that opportunity. If you want to develop as a leader, that's what the leadership is here for, is to develop leaders. We're not here as experts. We're here working with experts, teaching them how to go about doing business. That's what our role is. I'm not your boss, right? I'm your leader in the sense of, what do you need me to support you with? A servant leadership, compassionate leadership, so I can set policies and procedures and strategies internally that benefit the people, not the leadership team. That's not how we do here. So we're trying to break and disrupt how things were done by our predecessors and do them differently, how they should be done. Our workers should be making more money than we should, in my opinion. Just saying. The company's already making money, and if we own a piece of the company, why should we be double dipping, getting high ass salaries when our people are actually producing the quality work? You know what I mean? So that's our philosophy. It's let the workers earn the money, and we can take what ownership of the company that we have and take our small paychecks. I have already, just somebody asked in the state, like, what would your salary be? It would be like the president, $75,000 a year. Why does it need to be any higher? If we are a multi-billion-dollar company, I don't need the payroll like Jeff Bezos. I'm sorry. It doesn't take that much to have a happy, sustainable life. It doesn't, especially when you own the company. Like get over yourself. Really? Greed is what it is. Anyways, moving on off my pulpit.
I do have one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you don't mind. And again, you may end up answering it, but I understand what you showed me as far as like attracting a client. Are you hoping to retain this client for a very long time, or is it to get them going and then they don't need the service anymore? And what does an exit of a client look like? Like, when are they ready to exit?
I love it. Yes, you answered it. You're great at this. I love it. Yes. Answer the good questions. See, this is why we do things differently. So your questions are great. So the exit strategy is based on the business's needs. They exit when they're ready to exit. So as they build their infrastructure, they may replace some of our proctor executives or staff with their own people. That's perfectly fine. We'll help you recruit your own people. But until then, you need guidance in this area before you can say, yes, I'm ready to take off. You should still be in control of your company. You should be in control of who you hire. So your culture stays consistent with what you want. But until you have paid your entire subscription fee, meaning for the cost of your services, now that fee that you see is a monthly subscription, but there is a price for your entire project. That's what your subscription is paying for, right? It's not that it's free. It's just we make it possible for you to pay for it, get it, and utilize it without breaking the bank. Cash flow is the name of the game. If you can manage cash flow, then you will be successful. And that's what we're here to do. Help them manage cash flows by giving them enterprise solutions and talent without breaking their banks. And so they will be released and allowed to take on whatever it is that they require from us and take it with them. Their intellectual property, we won't hold on to it. It's theirs, right? We're assigned to do the work. So we will have strict contracts that have transfer, exchange of intellectual property. So they know that this is what we are holding ransom until you pay what you owe. And so then you can exit. And then we release them. Now, it's not a free service, right? But it's a service that helps them become more sustainable, because we're here not just as an accelerator to help you build a pitch deck, but to literally be your infrastructure for the interim until you're able to sustain on your own. That's what the exit is. So it may be a year, it may be 2 years, it may be 4 years we working with these clients. But you know what they're going to become? A trusted partner, because we help them to get off the ground. So whatever services they provide, now they're in our trusted partner repository that we can go to them and say, yes, work with this company because they are in alignment with what you do. They can help you. Mentorship. They will be required to do a mentorship as well. The founders, when they are at a certain level and gone through the program, they will be required to do some mentorship work because they will be getting a lot of free stuff. And as an exchange, they should be able to support other founders that are coming up in the world. Again, we lift while we climb. We should not be climbing and leaving everybody else behind. You don't leave behind the people who helped you get off the ground. We don't believe in that philosophy at all. Does that help?
Yeah, that's a little more clear. Absolutely. I definitely was. Yeah, because seeing your prices, I'm thinking like, someone who's really cost concerned may choose the less expensive package, but then may end up needing the services for longer. So without like some understanding of, I think for me, I'm thinking as someone who literally just sold my business.
Congrats!
Well, it sounds so much better than it was, but it's one of those situations where, it was a direct services. I just never really, when you're, anyway, I could go on a tangent. I'm gonna save
me too.
When you're the one who does the work and then runs the business, it's so hard to get yourself into a bird's eye view. So I respect a lot of what is happening with this business that you're launching and that you're attracting people for, because I just think back and I'm like, if someone could have, I was taught how to do the service and then I had to figure out the business.
Yes, that's hard.
It is. And you're always like, I need another client. And as long as you're focusing on always having clients, you're exhausted by the end of the day. And anyway, and being able to like I passed that on and all of that. One way or the other, it was one of those things. It got to the point where it was too difficult to stay small. My business was booming. I was one of the only people doing it, and
it was too
a
much.
couple of years ago, when I made my plan to transition out, I knew I could either grow my business or figure out a way to sell my business. And
You're all right.
and I just was like, I really want to use my brain. I'm tired of using my body in the sense that right of purpose.
Yes.
I know it sounds bad, but
No, I get it.
I want to use my brain. There's a lot in there. So
Yeah, and so you see, just with this alone, there's a lot where you can utilize your brain. I am all woman power. I'm there. I'm like my CEOs. I don't want to tell, and this is not to be disclosed. I love women leadership. I'm not gonna lie. The reason I'm CEO.
It's very clear on your LinkedIn, by the way.
It is. Well, you know, I'm just all for it. You know, I'm about the diversity in leadership, and I feel women lead better through crisis. And so a lot of these businesses are going to be in crisis. They need a helping hand up. So we need people with strategic mindsets to think about these questions that you thought about. It may not seem like I've thought about it, but I've thought about it. It's just I don't have enough. Just like you, it's like I'm so tired by the end of the day. I don't have enough bandwidth to do it. That's why I hire people to do it for me, so I don't have to think about doing it. But if they don't do it, then I'm stuck with doing it, right? Like the website. I don't want to create this content, but I have to because I'm the only one who can explain the business the way I can, right? And to actually make it make sense. Because when he did it, he got it totally wrong. I mean, totally wrong. But that's okay. He got a part of it right? So we do have commission partners, and so those commission partners are trusted partners, right? They take a commission off of the work that we do because we're utilizing their services, and that's about it, right? So what else do I have? So we do have a couple different verticals. I won't overwhelm them with you, but I'll briefly describe what they are. So we have a company called Spot Valets. Spot Valets is a prototype right now, but it's for highly congested cities. New York. Oh, let me actually do the sound for you. Can you see? Now, that's another vertical. What did you get from that?
It's very exciting, actually. I was like, this is such a great idea. It's like Uber for parking. I love it.
There you have it.
How smart. That's great. I like it.
Thank you. And guess who did the video? This is why I love talent and the way we recruit talent. Guess who did this video?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
She's a freshman, and she is studying philosophy. And I was like, you are extremely talented to be. Oh, I got another 1 o'clock. Okay, I got a 1 o'clock. Apparently, I didn't know until now. But anyways, yeah. So that is one of the verticals that we operate in. So I just wanted to give you a taste of. We're working on a lot, right? So there's the parking valet services. There's DaVenue. DaVenue is an event management platform. So the data scientists will be pulling data from either Zoom info to have all the venues associated with the number of representatives in a party. So all the event planner has to do is put the number of guests, put the ideal location. We're going to do safety as well. How many service providers they need for valet? Do you want glove service? Do you want no glove service? Do you want red carpet? Do you want black carpet? What is it that you need? And all of this can be done through an app. So that's one. Education is paramount. We believe strongly in education. That's another project down the road, way down the road. But it's imperative that we actually educate people, and it's going to be called the School of Life. And it's going to be how you live life and what is going to hit you when you start living life. Grief, processing grief, processing relationships, understanding loss, teaching them at a young age about how to manage your budget. It's a bunch of things that are not taught in education except history. I'm sorry. And it's curated history. It's not even all of history. It's a narrow view of history. We've got to change the education system. That's a massive problem. That's why we're like 3 years from now, we'll work on that. But for right now, we can tackle these little small issues to build up to making our nonprofit organizations really thrive. And that's what we do. We will have a Tory Foundation, not Tory Burch, but Tory Foundation. That's totally different. But I do want there to be some confusion. So they pull up our foundation and see we're for climate change, right? We're for climate change, and we are out to impact the world in a positive way. We don't like waste. If you want to give it away, we will have donation centers. So working with the Salvation Army to make sure that things aren't being wasted. They're refabricated, cleaned, and detailed and put back out into the market for people to buy that are unfortunate and cannot afford the higher cost items, right? We're going to make it where you can style yourself based on things at the Salvation Army, and we'll box it and ship it to you in an environmentally friendly way, right? So those are strategies and things that our data scientists will be working on. We have to have strategic relationship managers, meaning strategic partnerships that are going beyond our scope of work, but reaching out to touch every industry that we possibly can. We want to make the biggest impact possible, but we want to make a positive impact. That's our mission in life and as an organization. I hope that explained a lot. There's still so much more that I haven't even been able to tell you. Pros credibility is for it's a database where you can search the credibility of a developer, so they don't cheat you anymore. There's too much fraud happening in the developer community. We need to work that out because it's fraud, and I'm tired of the fraud. We've got to put the fraud to an end, the bad business to an end, the deceptive practices to an end. So if you're in our repository as a service provider, you've already gone through a background check. Company, team, person, I don't care who you are. You've been accredited by us and saying, yes, you are trustworthy. You do not show up on the national flag list. Trilio is helping us with that project, and they haven't charged us a single thing. But they're helping us with ID verification. So when you rent a home, you know who you're renting to is the person that gave you their ID, right? And we keep all that information private. But our data scientists will be working with the integration team to make sure that we can keep that information private, but also learn who is our target market. Now we know who our target market is because they are literally providing all of their identification because we are verifying them through our systems, right? So that data has to be kept like in a vault of security, and I can't even tell you, we have to have data security before we even start messing with data. Like we need data security. That's paramount. So we're looking to hire a director of data governance to help derive all the policies, procedures around how we manage our data. And they have to work with compliance. They have to work with legal. They have to work with the data science team. They have to work with everybody because it's important to understand how we leverage our information, because information is the new currency. That is it. That is all about us. And I hope you found it interesting. And I would like to leave it open to you to last 5 minutes. I hate when people do this to me. Last 5 minutes. Any questions?
I think my biggest question as someone who's obviously seeking employment is where are you at in the team development stage? It sounds like you're still very much so at the beginning. I know you are generating some revenue at the moment, but you obviously have a director of data science here. So I know you do have somewhat of a team developed. Just kind of curious where you're at in that, like where, like if in fact I were to move forward in my candidacy, where, like what would the timeline be? Like, what's the process of that?
So the process, it takes about 2 weeks to get you onboarded for the US. So one, we ask you what your compensation you would like to come in as, right? And it's based on your contributions, where you see yourself contributing the most. So if it's the data science team lead, by all means, lead the data science team. We go by what the market says you are paid, but you can also set the terms at what you're paid. Because you're coming in the ground level, and the foundational is our leadership team. So even if you don't have leadership in your title, you are a foundational leader. And so therefore you will be equity-based pay as well. So on top of your comp, you would get equity as well, a significant portion. We are looking to create a company that is owned by our employees, that is employee owned. Owned by me, not owned by a subsidiary or another company, but just employee owned, run by employees. It would be nice if it was shareables, but we can't do that because this is my baby, and I need to see it all the way through, right? Until I can exit and say bye. Good luck. Make sure you stay consistent, right? So yeah, that's the kind of the thing that we're working with. So we give you that opportunity. What we'll do is we'll send you an NDA, and after you get that NDA, you respond back and you fill out a little form about your preferred compensation, your contributions that you're willing to make based on what you've seen here today, and all the scope that we have to deliver. You don't have to limit yourself to data science. You can say part of my time will be spent on data, leading the data science team, and then the other half will be spent on leading development for the startup. So working directly hand in hand, because your experience is actually like you're questioning. People need to learn from that. If you want to be a spokesperson, I wouldn't mind you being on that video speaking about data science. Vakara is not so open to doing videos. I asked him to create a video because we have an app called Trainual. Because we are remote, people still need to be trained, right? We have to train them in a way that's efficient, that we can account for their training. And Trainual is a nice little app that is, what do I want to say? It's good. It has like policies, and you should just check it out. It looks like this. A guy from Shark Tank actually developed it with one of his predecessors. I like a lot of Shark Tank apps, so we actually use a lot of their apps. Their onboarding app, it looks like this. It's called, oh shoot, I'm blurry. I'm blurry. Sorry.
I was just say, if you give me the name of it, I can just look at it.
Yeah, it's called Trainual, like Trainual. This is what it looks like when you see the logo. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a
look at it because I'm testing it out and I'm trying to see how to curate content. It takes so much work though. I'm like, oh gosh, this takes a long time, because I'm like, how can I train my team on who we are, what we do? There should be a whole series of me explaining the company, because there's a lot to explain, right? And so you can take it in bite-sized chunks. That way you can get a holistic picture without being inundated with information. But leaders, they get inundated. I'm just going to throw you into the fire and say, put it out. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. And I think this is a great opportunity for people who are bold and are willing to make a positive impact on the world. We can accomplish great things, but we can accomplish them together, not apart. And so that's why I'm looking for significant individuals and this foundational level. I'm building my leadership team essentially, and that's what's happening. And then we can build out the rest of the workforce as that has already happened. We've had so many people apply to like basic jobs on our website that I have plenty of fleet directors to choose from, plenty of drivers, and we can work with a partner for recruiting. Matter of fact, Ron Harrison is the CEO of a startup that is focused on recruiting talent for startups. So literally just started that partnership. He signed his NDA. He's like, let's get some meeting on the time on the calendar, and then there we go. It's like that's how it happens, right? So he's going to be a strategic partner. There'll be equity and pay at the same time, just like you would be, right? Because they are instrumental to the team, because we don't have a recruiting team yet. I can't continue like I am. I'm doing it this week, not next week. I can't do it. I just can't.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on in here.
Yeah. Yes.
So you need a few clones and whatever that looks like. Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to get my leadership team up to par so they can take this in here, make it come to life, and then I can work on more strategic partnership and build what we did, right?
I think it's good too, because then as people are doing things, you'll know exactly what it is you actually want, because you'll be like, you know what, I don't like that direction.
Nah, I don't like that. Yeah, but it's like it requires people with the tenacity to do, right? This is Dublin. They're verifiable. Okay, so that's all the time we have. I asked you to wait for that email. So in the general gist, you want to give it some thought. You can always make your decision later after you receive like the NDA. We don't have any like material other than pitch decks that you can see. They're very tailored to investors. I'll say that. That is like if we were to look at it, it's tailored to the eyes of an investor. And so that is what we're looking at. Your compensation would go into effect, your pay would go into effect 2 weeks from now. It takes a while to get you onboarded because I'm onboarding everyone. So I have to create your email. I have to procure your equity contracts. I have to procure all of that stuff. Has to be done through our partners, but I have to reach out to them and tell them, hey, we got someone new. Then there's the policy, signing off on the policy. US-based policies are different, but we also have a handbook now. That took a while to get, but we have it. And so that you can go through that too. I want people to get comfortable and ready to do real work, right? Don't come in expecting me to give you something. Look at what we're dealing with and say, have we thought about this? Okay, I can work on that. Have we thought about this? I can work on that. So that's really, I threw Rakarma into the fire. I literally send him so many things. I just say, here's access. This is what Google gave us. Work with it. That's really what I do. And so once you have an idea of the mission, our legal counsel as well, he's going to start developing and searching for a compliance team, because it's better to have a compliance team in different areas than have legal counsel, because that's too expensive. That's per hour, whereas you can pay compliance based on a salary or something like that, and that's really what we're looking for. Startups.com. We have a VC that we need to prepare some documents for. I think it was 10 million. Is that right, Rakarma? What they were offering?
For whom, sir?
The investor from Qatar. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So that's what we're trying to close a deal on there. So pay, we're not worried about. We're not worried about the money. We have faith that everything will come through and we'll take care of everyone. Right now, you get paid for my paychecks is how I do it, because I'm mission driven and I don't care about money. I care about accomplishing the greater mission at large. So money will come. It's just we have to do the due diligence to get us there. So building a team of developers necessary to do the job in the actual database building, the app development. Rakarma is working on that. I think I don't know where we are with that, but we'll catch up on a later conversation. But me and you can also meet regularly if you decide to join the team, and we'll talk about through all the things that you would need in order to be successure. I wouldn't want you to come onto the team and not having all the resources and tools needed to be successful in this. But since you've done this before, you're actually going to be a greater asset to me than I am to you. So I don't
think I've done this before. I don't know if anyone has done this before.
Yes, this is new, right?
But I've actually done a lot in my life, and I do have a lot to give. I'm very attracted to the data world. I have an absolute. I was surprised by how much I loved coding with Python. I love it. I don't know what else to say. I love it, but I do. I just think it's so cool to put some stuff in and something comes out. It's the coolest thing. But I also when I was a kid, I loved math, and I think it's because I'm a bit ADD. So it's like if there's steps, it's like there's always one answer, and I like that. But I'm really good at the I mean, I've had business coaches that have recommended me to go into consulting and things like that. But I'm like, no, I just
give me numbers and codes. I was just
let me just do something totally different. But I do know that I wrote down a few things I noticed already. I do have a lot to give. I would love to learn as much as I can in the data science world. But yeah, I would love to meet again, maybe, and we can maybe discuss a little more about what it is that I believe I can offer and see where that would fit with, because I wouldn't know how to even begin to drive up anything.
No one knows how to,
or how to say this is what I can do, because I feel like I can do anything. So it's just a matter of me figuring out how to do it. So.
Yeah. And that literally no one taught me how to do this. I just figured it out. And so I have ADD as well. So I'm literally, I can't stop ideating. As soon as I hear of a problem, I'm like, no, we got to stop. We got to do something to fix it. So I just start developing solutions. And it's literally, once you create some type of content and put it out there, and then people will buy into it, and then next you know, you have a business, right? And then you start developing and you learn as you go. I had a business fail just a few months ago because I wasn't aware of all the shortcomings. I was catatonic for 2 weeks. And then I woke up and I was like, let's get back to it. And then I started a whole new company. And it's just, you learn, it's iterative, right? So you come at it differently, you do it better, and you just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And next thing you know, you have a finite, refined product that is actually servicing the industry you want. We're not going to be perfect right off the bat, but we're going to build that brand that needs to be out there. And the team that we're developing now is fundamental to that. So I would like to say welcome to the team, because like you have a lot of what we need. That thought process, the way you think, the questioning, like you were there. You're there, and I don't have anybody to bounce these ideas off of, because no one gets it yet. But there are a few.
Actually, I can't say I get it yet either, to be honest. But
you get it.
But I am there.
You're there. It's just a lot, right? It's a lot, and it's a roadmap, right? It's once we build that roadmap and say here's what we're going to tackle first, I think that'll be more clear to people, because for me it's like getting all of it out and creating it, because if I don't create it, it doesn't become anything, right? It just sits in my notebook and it's just an idea. And I realized my brother was doing this, and I'm like, bro, you got so many ideas. So I have another startup that actually is at Techstars.
I said, of course you do.
So that's tech startup. I own a piece of it, but I had to step away because it was just too much management, like over me. I was like, I can't do this. I can't work like this. When the company is done with Techstars, then I'll step in and help with operations, because I was a COO for that company, but I'm a stakeholder as well. So I was the first investor. I put in and own 10% of that organization. It's called Clusivi. So we'll be using that as well for a payment solution for people who can't even afford our prices, right? We want to make it affordable to everyone, to give equal access, and that creates equitable situations for the haves and the have-nots, right? So Clusivi is coming to market, and it's going to reshape how people pay for things. It gives them exclusive, it gives them access to what's exclusive, and makes it even playing field. So if you want something like that, doesn't mean that you can't get it. You don't need credit for it. You can just use Clusivi as your payment provider, and you win. And so that's how we're doing it. And it has its own internal score. So you start over from scratch, as opposed to relying on bad mistakes you made when you were younger, and that history following you all the way up until now. So there's an internal rating that you get on the Clusivi platform that tells you how much you're eligible for and things like that. We don't want people held back simply because they couldn't do, right? It's like my business was held back because, everyone's like, oh yeah, we'll put 3,500 in. What's your credit score? It's like, that has nothing to do with my business, sir. Like, come on. We got to think about things differently, but that's how they do. That's how they do things. We need somebody to run the foundation. That's a big thing, and we have to have somebody with integrity to run it. And so that's another thing. So all of this stuff, I'll put like in a I have to create a pitch, not a pitch, but a proposal anyways for startups.com because they're thinking of funding us as well, at least in this initial round. But we have to surmise stage one. Shareable solutions is stage one. Bottom line, everything else is phases, right? That we just roll out these things. But the prototyping for spot valets is not too complicated to do, but it is going to require some time before we can actually physically launch that program outside of the Washington Heights neighborhood. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's schedule a follow-up meeting. You have the link to, no, you don't have my link. Let me give you my Calendly link, and you can just schedule some time. I like to call it Tory time. And so you can schedule that Tory time, and you can go with any one of the options that is listed there, and then we can meet. And so where's that at? That says sorry, working Calendly, right? Okay, thank you. No,
and then can I ask, is it Var Kumar, or how do you say your name?
Vara Kumar.
Bharat Kumar.
It is Vara Kumar. Okay.
Yeah. I had to learn how to say it. I recorded it, and then I practiced saying it, and now I've gotten better.
Mr. Tory, actually, I have invited 30 people. Everyone was excusing every day. We will happen on Friday. Because they want to see our website. They looking.
I know.
Yeah.
But do you know how hard it is to pull all this information into one in my brain? It comes out like I'm like, I gotta make sense of it. I gotta use Grammarly first, and then I can post it. And then Grammarly still didn't catch that off, put F in there that was just like weird. And I'm like, now I gotta go back and clean it up. But anyways, I'm working on it. I'm hoping I'll be done today. I tried to keep my calendar clear for the rest of the afternoon, and I can just finish that. So
they are expecting a mail from company side. We have to provide some mail to them. People is there, no, juniors, like freshers, they expecting mail from company side. That is the issue. They don't want to chat with a LinkedIn like that. So I feel like that.
So what are you recommending that we do from a site standpoint?
We have to invite through by email ID.
Like MailChimp is what we'll be using. MailChimp is the choice, but I'm hiring some interns and apprenticeships that I have to interview. I'm not starting those till tomorrow. I'm burned out from interviewing. I can't give them what they need in order for me to like function. I've been doing this all morning today. So I think if I give myself a break this afternoon and I can start with them tomorrow, I can get them onboarded by next week. And we don't actually have to pay for them. HubSpot is paying for them. It's great. I love it.
Every day 20 people they are chatting with me regarding opportunity. So I asked them.
Yeah, you can
mail ID. We will send the detail in.
Yeah. I would just send them the Calendly link when they ask, so they can schedule a time. I have all of my time blocked out already. That's available. I shouldn't have done the 5 a.m. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I was thinking. That was a bad idea. But lesson learned. So yeah, I'll fix that. And other than that, I think that should be sufficient because there's no way until this recruiting team comes on, we're going to be able to really hire a lot of people outside of the interns. Like the interns will be helpful for leadership right now to get the small things done, as opposed to like our workers who are going to be doing actual work. We'll probably bring them in at the first of the month. Like anybody we hire, they'll be coming in at the first of the month. But our leadership team needs to start like ASAP. So that's what I'm thinking is the attorney that's going to be helping with compliance. I'm getting him onboarded in the next 2 weeks. The same thing if she joins us as well. It'll be 2 weeks. So anyone, I'm trying to get the CFO as well, and then possibly a CTO. I don't think we need them because I'm pretty tech savvy and I know how to do things. But they may be able to paint a picture of our infrastructure faster than I can because again, I can't do all the work. So maybe we should do a CTO. I just haven't posted a job for it.
Yeah, could you explain about that Google training like analytics training?
Oh yeah. So all you need to do is go into skills. Oh shoot. We'll talk offline because I don't want to hold her up any longer. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Absolutely.
If there's anything else I can answer for you in the meantime, here's my contact information. If you don't have it already, this is my personal line. It's not even my office. So I'll give you that. But I'll also give you my office number too. If you really want to be professional, you can call that number.
Well, I have your LinkedIn as well. I did follow you as of last.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. I think I'm following you too. So
Okay.
and post, like push our post up so it gets more visibility when we post things. And we always put hashtag shareable. I got that from Vada Kumar. I'm just hashtag.
I'm literally like a baby when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm happy to do whatever. I just never do it. I'm really bad with my Instagram too. I know how to do it.
I don't even have one anymore.
Well, I love my Instagram, but I never do anything with it. I don't know why, but
it's like it takes. We're visionaries. We're innovators. We think through things. We don't do things that are just trivial. And so I think that's the problem. I was not really.
But I want to.
It takes too much time. It takes too much time. But trust me, I got someone who can help you get into your social media persona. So you're going to be a face of the business. Everyone has a face. It's not just going to be me. You're gonna see our leadership team that like when we do podcasts, when we do YouTube interviews, you're gonna talk about your experience, what the onboarding was like, what the interview process felt like. We're gonna tell the truth. We're gonna let people know who we are. We're gonna be as transparent as possible so they can know we're doing things different here. We're not a Google. Nah. We're not a Twitter. Nope. We are not bespoke or tech solution. No. We are a whole mission of people set out of innovators set out to do a mission, and that is to change the world. Literally, we're not just saying it. We're going to do it. And so that is what's going to set us apart from anyone. So I got a couple of podcast people right now, and then I'm going to get a production team who's going to follow me around doing work. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know what the hell that's going to look like. But we'll try it out. We'll go from there. But you'll also have my email, and you'll get the NDA from Accept. Get Accept, which is like it'll be integrated into the what you call it, and then after that we can hand over anything you want to read through. I've tried to curate as much content, but I've been on my own for a while. I've gotten pretty far, but I can't go farther than this without a team. So I really hope you give a consideration to joining. There's a lot to do, a lot to segment and partition out, but I think you can be a real tremendous value add to that. And if you know anyone else interested, yes, please let them know. Because we are going to re-establish, there will be a co-founder for each entity, whichever one you dedicate yourself to, whatever you decide based on what you see, because this website is driving me nuts. I just don't do this kind of stuff. I can write all day, but I don't do websites. I just literally, it's not my thing. But I have to do something if no one else is doing it, and I'm not paying another $10,000 for developers.
I can ask around too and see if anyone is interested in doing, some contract work or something.
Yeah, because that's really what we need. Contractors are really easy to manage too, especially through remote because they're free. So I'm like, yes, that's great. But full-timers, they're all leadership. Contract people are everybody else right now because the benefits, if we're hiring in the States, become very problematic. So when you look at anybody you meet right now, they're going to be leadership. And so we'll come together once the team has been selected, and everybody will do a round table. It'll be 12 of us in total that I'm aiming for. We're only at 4. We got a lot more to go. And once that team is formed, then we'll all have our strategic objectives that we'll present and say, this is what I'll be working on for the organization. So it's clear our delineation of duties, and kind of what I'm set out to do is make sure we always have money, right? This is to make sure we always have money. And the foundation will sit external to us, so we don't influence the foundation, because that's not, I don't want to intermix the two at all. Because as the startup, we don't want to, mix things and commingle. That's not going to look cute. So they will be distinct business from us. And so when I get that team together, they'll start fundraising and doing things for the startups we'll be supporting, because there will be grants and loans that we will provide. We literally will need to be our own financing institution as well, because we can't rely on financial people to support startups. They just don't do it. And we want to keep people away from VCs, because they take away what they have not built, and that's not fair. And we need to get away from that model and figure out another solution to help support these startups so they don't lose their equity. We will never take equity away from a startup, ever. That's not in our forte or our mission. That's not a part of the mission at all. But the missions that are the startups that are deserving will receive some support. And because I wish I would have received that support, 2017, and now what, it's 2022, and things are just getting done. It's taken a while, but we're here, and we're gonna make things happen.
Okay. Well, I will set an appointment with you. I do have a ton more questions. I feel like
you can always email them to me too. Yeah. I'm better good at typing, and it'll come out much clearer that way, as opposed to me just rambling. So just to let you know how I communicate. Like the articles that I put out, I'm more concise and just to the point, right? But these are a little bit more. This is my baby, so it feels like I need to give more context than just the bare minimum.
Yeah, I get that. I can hear it too. So yeah, absolutely, totally get it. But yeah, I'll set something up. I feel bad for your next person. So I want to say stuff, but I'm like, you gotta go.
No, I gotta give one more person some time, and then I'm gonna finish this site as best I can and get it up, so people can start. We can start generating leads. But that site I was just telling you about, Gelio or whatever, however you say that, they invited us to start taking on jobs. So I think we should just get some staff and just like bring it in so we can start generating revenue again, because we're not generating as much as we were back in February. So I think that needs to change. And then obviously I'm doing some consulting on the side as well, and that's going to go straight to the business, obviously, to cover payroll costs and things like that, because remote is very expensive. Apple is on board with us, y'all. Yay! I didn't tell you that. So they'll be procuring our equipment. So if you need a laptop, phone, they'll come through Apple. And that meeting is on the 29th of this month, or the 27th of this month. We'll be meeting with Apple in that call. That'd be great. Just so I have another voice on, and they don't think it's just me, right? It'd be nice to have another leader on the call. Rakamer, that's open to you too, because we have to procure and tell them what we need the equipment to house. I use R script for a lot of my data science to create visuals, and because I feel like R script has more functionality than some of the actual out of the box solutions like Power BI. I feel like I can do a lot more with R, and then take and build tables and then use it in Power BI to really decipher some insights. So that's just my approach on the data science stuff. But anyways, whatever tools and resources that you may need, please let me know about those too when you send your questions, or we meet next time. That way I can have a response or answer for you by then. Okay.
Yeah, I need a little time to process, so I can clear too. And then, but I'm definitely gonna set up a meeting with you first, and then if I think of anything, I'll put it in type. And then I'm kind of curious too on where Kumar wants to, or is thinking. I don't know, after he's hearing me. I feel like he had a vision too and reaching out to me, and I don't know how I would fit into that either. So anyway.
Well, here's what Kumar has to do. He has to lead. That's his job, and he has to share because I'm the boss. I'm just playing, buddy. I'm totally joking. You know I'm joking. I don't make the rules. I need my leaders to lead me. That's what I need my leaders to do. So I don't pick your job. I never will. So that's really up to you. You decide. Badr Kamar will understand too, but he said you were ideal candidate to speak with. So I'm glad we had this time.
We had a very short interchange, so he must have good intuition too.
Yes, I mean, we know good people. We just feel it. And so I like, even the attorney today, he just got it. I was like, he's like, you're doing great things. It's a lot, but it's great things. And I definitely would feel honored to. And I I was like, you're on. So yeah, I mean, I'm decisive as hell. I know what I want.
I will say I feel like I have definite skills that can benefit the company now. I just in time would really love to become a great data scientist. That is my goal as of now in my life. Like that is my passion. It's just where do I get to learn the skills that I need for that? So
Google, and you don't have to pay for any of it. It'll all come.
That'd be great.
Yes, exactly.
I've been unemployed for 2 months now, so that's fantastic.
Yes, no paying for education here. All of our education comes for free. Even Coursera will be, because they're going to be our trusted partners. The testing, all of that to be certified in certain specific areas will come from them, and they will be accrediting certain individuals. And so it'll be good if you want to delve into those skills. Delve into it. Like data science to me it's a gauntlet of opportunity, visuals, right? Insights, driving strategy. It is in everything. It is, again, it is our backbone. Without it, we would not be a full company. So even the research that I've done, I had to go to the reporter link and like pull car share data and try to understand the market as it is today from 2018, 2019 data, which is still old as heck, but that's what I was working off of. And now they have up to date 2021. So now I can pull data from there, but it's expensive. Some of those reports are like $73 to $150. So it gets really expensive to get that data. But luckily, the government and municipalities, you can also pull data from too, and it's free. And you can pull it right into Google because Google gives you access to all of it. So once you get your Google access, you're going to be like, what is all this? It's going crazy. But they have Google certifications that you can take, and then you can become an accredited data scientist.
Yeah, it got to the point where I was like, okay, I've learned. I feel like not like I've learned everything I can learn, but I've learned everything that my brain at this point knows what to do with. Like it's all theoretical until I have a company or a business to like apply this knowledge to. It's just in there, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah.
So it just kind of got to that point where I was like, I'm frustrated. I don't want to learn. I don't want to go through any more mock studies.
You just want to do it, right?
Nothing. Like I'm just creating it to see if I can create it, and yes, I can. It's not the cleanest, prettiest code, but I can get there. Point is, I want a way. I needed it. I'm like, I want a team. I want to be able to like learn on the job, real life.
He saw you as a leader anyway. So Badr Kamar is starting as a director, right? But Badr Kamar is an executive. You are an executive.
Yeah, actually, I daily posting regarding data science. You can learn it from there.
I mean, he has a lot of content.
I'm doing data
I'm
science,
looking
AI,
forward to that.
Deep learning and machine learning. So daily I posting in my page. You can see that daily you can try that things using Python or
I have a book.
SAS like that. So I posting daily. You can try daily using that documents. You can download it. Yeah, try it. Actually, I'm giving basic post only. How to develop, find out the insight from critical complex data, how to collect the raw data and how to find out the insights like that. You can understood my easy way to understand my post. So try it.
Yeah. I like some of your posts that I understand. I like them when I understand them. I give a thumbs up. I'm like, yes, I like this shareable solution all the way.
I have spent 2 years, sir, in that.
I know. It's been Yeah, I loved it, and you're so passionate about it. I see it. So I'm like, I'm gonna go support his post because you post so much. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even keep up with your posts. I can't even post that much. It's great.
I started with the internship, now director.
Well, that's how I work. I move people up the ladder pretty quickly, especially when you're good people. And I can tell good people even through virtual. And so I can tell I'm working with good people. So I'm looking.
We have a lot of data science groups, sir, in this US company, US related. So we can call them, invite them. Once we started good website design, surely I will invite a lot of people. We have mentors and good professors. Everything I have linked in my LinkedIn. I used to connect only CEOs, HR managers like that in all our top companies. So they can recommend our company also. Once a post good website, they want to see our quality in our website. That's why
they want to see quality. So I really don't want them to see our website right now.
We are the IT professionals, no. So
well, I saw I started on an IT website, and then I was like, this is so stodgy and bland. I want it useful. I want it creative. I want it IT services, but in a creative way. So that's why you see all the color is like people attracted to that. They just are. So I figured, why not be different? Why do we need to be some sterile IT service provider? Nah, not my cup of tea. We're gonna be very bold and colorful and out there.
Corey, I'm just curious. Is there a way you can position that globe to where it stays still on your home page?
Yes, I can.
I wanted to tell you it was very difficult to read while it was moving, and I don't have any of those motion issues that people have, but I'm also ADD, so I'm like looking at the globe and I'm like trying to read, but I was like, okay.
Maybe I can move the text down because I thought there's better representations of the network, right? I just like, oh, this is so pretty, and it costs $16.
It is so beautiful.
It is very nice, but maybe not there as the first
or maybe it spins as it's loading, and then the words come up and it stops. Till then.
But see, but then that requires like skills I don't have about the web.
Okay, I understand that.
You got to get a developer. I'm telling you, I don't do websites, but I'm like trying my best because when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm not even looking at the words. I'm like, look at the globe. It's so awesome. That's what I was thinking when I saw it. I was like, ooh, can we use this? This is pretty. This is like networky. I wasn't even thinking from a creative standpoint. I was just like, this looks cool. And I just threw it in there.
I just was thinking if you're going to do any work on it later, that could be helpful. But
I love honesty. You got to keep bringing it, because if you don't, I will do something that will be like, Tori, what the hell did you just release? Like, look, y'all let me do it, so it's all on y'all. I was like, I blame my leaders for this. I blame my leaders. I'm just joking. I don't blame people. I take full responsibility. So yeah, I'll get it to stop and see what that looks like, because I don't know what it looks like static, but we can definitely use a static image so it's not so jarring, right?
I'm thinking also just for people with lower bandwidth, having something moving on your homepage might not
stutter and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, maybe if they click on a page and then something's moving.
What do you think about like a city background? But I didn't think it flowed well with the content below.
I like the world. It's a very beautiful version of the world as well.
Right.
So it is nice.
We just keep it static.
That's me. I got a little bit.
No, but you weren't the only one. So it's two people that said that now. It's like my son was looking at it. He was like, I don't know about that globe.
I don't know if it's an ADD thing. I don't know if your son has ADD, but
yes, he does.
Okay,
we all are on the same page, so we're like, that globe is so pretty, right?
Oh, it's so pretty, yeah.
So pretty, but that's all you can say. It's so pretty. Anyways, it has been a pleasure again. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. But Carmen, thank you for connecting us. It is wonderful, and I look forward to chatting again. And you coming with your, now don't be afraid with your comp. Be bold. We do not underpay.
I think my questions, they're not so much critical at the moment as just plain curiosity. So
okay. Yeah. I mean, there's, and believe me, we're not fully formed. We can go different directions. And so keep that in mind. If you find that there's an area of need that you see that we can pursue, jump on it. Don't wait for me, because that's what leaders are supposed to do. We are about self-starters. I can't tell everybody what to do. I literally, that's CEOs don't go around giving jobs, right? They don't define your job. There are people in the house that says, oh, we need this, because they're subject matter experts. We're gonna hire recruiters to do the recruiting, but for my leadership team, it's me. I'm picking my team, not them. That's not. They can do preliminary, but I don't even want them doing that. Maybe they can do after me. But once I make my decision, it's made. And so follow suit. Thank you. Because I don't want recruiters thinking they're determining our culture, because leadership sets the culture. And so that's why we have to make sure that they are selected by the leader who created it, so we can keep the culture consistent. So it sounds like we are in alignment on a lot of things. And so whatever you need, again, reach out, let me know. And we definitely have time. My week after today is much lighter. So that's
I'm gonna schedule the very first appointment I can.
Right.
So
yeah, I'm good in the morning.
I'm ready to. I need to know what's next in my life anyway, so I'm ready to figure that out.
Yay! Awesome.
So
Sounds good.
sending out resumes like left and right, so I might as well
You can give that up. Give that up.
if I'm going to stop at that.
I gave up. I was like, I'm only consulting. I gave up. They are now interviewing like, oh my gosh, it's like you're going through the CIA and they need to vet you so thoroughly. I'm like, I gave you 7 hours of my time and you send me an auto rejection email? How dare you? Wasting my good energy. I was tired after those interviews. I mean, literally, it was all day. Never again. I will never let a company treat me like that again. It was MongoDB. I was even thinking about using them as our platform, and I was like, no, never.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that goes to show you how you practice your business has far-reaching effects.
Yes, and I was gonna post them online, but I said nope. It is already good enough that I do not need to be vengeful. I do not need to put bad words out there, because we're not that type of business. They're going to get their up and comings, and the energy and the universe will pay in kind what they served out. So that's all I got to say. So we'll see how MongoDB scales, because they're trying to scale. And I was supposed to help them with that scale, but they didn't feel I was a fit. So it's whatever. It's whatever. All right. Well, have a good one.
All right. Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, all. Sorry, I didn't mean to say guys. Bad language.
I did it. All right. Bye.
Bye.